We're done with best bets, are we?
Yeah, couldn't find one.
Couldn't find one. We're done. It's over. We're going to just cancel everything.
We've received
Events
some feedback that we're going no good, so we've decided this week we'll leave it to the community. We want you to get your best bets in, as you always do. But your best bets will be the best bets this week because it's a real struggle out there. We still haven't recovered from Trentham.
Now, look, I'll go away for a couple of weeks and come back. The inbox is full. The DMs are full. The abuse is at high levels. You know, you try and have a look at who these people are, and all there is fucking cats and dogs and their profiles and whatnot. But yeah, maybe read some of the feedback here. What was? Do we have the exact wording?
Oh, I didn't have the exact wording, but it was something around the blessed bet.
Yeah, no blessed bet this week as well. We've been that.
Yeah,
been the best bets. Been the blessed bet. What else are we binning?
Even we'll run through the Japan Trophy at some point, but we won't have a winner in that either.
Nah.
We'll just write off the events as well, I suppose.
I think so.
Yeah, shut those. We're refunding everyone who got into the punters club, especially if you're over 65 and your profile is a goldfish. You can get, you're gone. You're not involved anymore ever again. You're too negative. So you can go.
Yeah.
Gee, where's Marky Boy? The feedback.
The
feedback on the blessed bet. I can promise you, mate, I was in deeper than you, and that hurt. But yeah, maybe just take it easy.
That's what I thought when I saw that feedback, which was something along the lines of, I thought it was a good bet, so I had a go at it, but you boys aren't doing very well. And it was like, well, mate, you don't have to bet on it.
Yeah. Mark, let's get him. Mark Easton. It's a bit Western by the writing here, but anyway, don't like grumbling, but in capital letters, 3 weeks in a row, I've put a good-sized bet on your blessed bet, even when last week I did not agree with it. And Altari today, ? I feel a bit the same. Seemed a wide-open race, but I think you must have some inside info. Not going so well, lads. Cheers for the concern, Mark. Cheers. Watched that race actually with some of the owners of Altari, and they said, back to work Monday. Great attitude.
Yeah.
Good attitude, owners of Altari. Mark, your attitude sucks.
If you want any money on the weekend, let us know, because we had a bloody shocker. Have you recovered from Trentham, Dan?
No, I haven't. And it was funny enough because after sort of some of the negative feedback we got, I went back through and looked at all the comments. About 189 comments, I think.
Did you find Mark Easton's best bet? Best bet as he changes his profile pic from his fucking cat to himself.
There were very few winners that I could find. Like, there were a few, but a lot of the ones that were winners were sort of pretty consistent, and you'd see that maybe 3 or 4 people would mention them, but there wasn't a wide range. I'd say it was probably less than 15%. Probably even closer to 10% of people's best bets were actually winners. But a few. We got John Wiki here, called Testify Me. How good was that?
Oh, that's good.
John Wikipedia.
And it was Mr. Vogel himself.
Oh, yeah?
Had Fashion Shoot.
Oh, Christ. I got off that.
Oh, Vogels.
Tony Mayer had a Choochie.
Excuse me?
Is that a horse?
Had a hoochie?
Chattahoochee?
Smoking hoochies.
Oh, see, I've missed the C here.
All right.
Haven't copied and pasted. And then Justine Corden had Pride of Jenny.
Oh, sharp.
And then, what was it, Beckham Grinnell had Zoo Gotcha. So there was a few in there.
5 in total.
But there was 400 comments.
Slim pickings.
Yeah.
Tough weekend.
Tab were definitely the winners on the day. When I saw Sergeant Major in the first at Trentham running down the middle of the track, I just thought to myself, this is not going to go good, eh? This is bad.
I was like, I got 9 races to recover. This is all right. At race 9, I was like, got 1 race to recover. This is real bad.
Oh, it happens. At least we can have a laugh about it, and we will still do some form. We'll still try and find some winners like everybody else out there does. That is punting. Sometimes you have bad days. Sometimes you have bloody good days. That's just what it is, and you keep rolling with it.
That's right. I think it reminds you to really celebrate those good days that you do have on the punt. And you know sometimes how you can get 3 out of 4 in a multi, and you kind of think, I was so close, and bugger, that horse ruined my multi. And you actually forget how hard it is to even get 3 horses in a 4-horse multi. And then you have a day like that where you just get completely wiped out, and Mark Easton is bloody East and Western up in your inbox. You're just wondering where you should look. And you realise, whoa, man, this is a pretty, it's an interesting hobby.
Yeah.
And you can get a hiding, but hopefully no one gambles more than they can afford to lose is always the key thing. But celebrate your wins when you do have them, because the punt can be very brutal.
Definitely can be. Keep your best bets coming in. Like we said, we want to know yours this week, please. We're very keen to bump that from 190 best bets to 400 this week if we can. Get your comments coming in. We will read them out Probably earlier than normal because this weekend we've only got one race to go through, to be honest, in New Zealand. We've got the Japan Trophy, which we'll have a crack at.
And we don't have a blessed bet, and we don't have our best bet, so we should be able to, half an hour pod, I reckon.
Yeah, let's just update some people on some news. April the 6th, I think we can just news and then home.
Exciting stuff. So, April the 6th, the events roll on. The good times roll on. We've been given the keys to the winning post there at the Big E, Ellerslie, for the first day of the championships at Royal Randwick. So we're going to post up. We're going to watch the Manawatu Sires. It's actually one of my favourite race days down there, which usually at Awapuni.
It's at Trentham.
But it's at Trentham. So we'll watch it, but we probably won't punt it. No, we'll be having a crack. We won't be able to help ourselves. But basically, we're going to do a bit of a live stream. We're kicking off at 2 p.m. through to about 8. So if you can't join us, that's a shame. But you'll be able to watch us on the big screen or the small screen or the secondary screen, whatever screen you choose to watch on. Unless you're Mark Easton, you'll be watching your own screen, you hero. So if you do want to come along with us on the day, $100, you get 4 beers and food throughout the day in the company of us and a chance to get on the live stream. So that allows us to know how many people we need to cater for and how many beers we need to put into the fridge. So if you do want a day out on the punt and you want to come to the new bar that is set up at Ellerslie and check it out, the winning post, then the TAB have been good enough to allow us to have the keys and rip into it for the day. So hopefully we don't make mongrels of ourselves and never get invited back.
Well, we were talking about drinking a bottle of white wine in the first hour of this podcast just to mix things up a little bit. Weren't we? Are you boys in?
I'm in.
Are you?
Yeah, I've got nowhere to go.
Come on.
I reckon it says there's 7 standards in a bottle of wine, but I feel like 70 when I have a bottle of wine, so I don't think it's a good idea for me.
Well, you have a bottle of gin or something.
Yeah.
Giddy up, gin.
Nah, it'll be good fun. And if you didn't make it down at Derby Day into the Winning Post Lounge, obviously there's no races at Ellerslie that day. There is at Pukekohe and Trentham. Regardless, if you haven't seen it yet, it is a great place to sit down, settle in, get on the punt, eat some good food, and have some good beers. It'll be a good day out.
Gives me memories of the Star Casino. Just all those screens everywhere. I just want to sit down and punt my face off. Have $15 jugs.
We must have smashed about 50 Tiger jugs that day, eh? So a bottle of wine will be like nothing compared to that, mate.
Well, we've also got racing at Pukekohe as well. So you might even get stuck in at Pukekohe, watch the races you like, and then venture back, and you can finish off your day or evening with us through to 8 p.m.
True, yeah. That's actually a great idea. I wonder what time the last race is. Probably about 4:30. Get back to Ellerslie at 5:30. You still got 3.5 hours of good times.
Yeah, then who knows what'll happen when the live stream turns off. So
That's exactly right.
Get involved.
It'll be a good night. We are trying to make the most of this season, like we said, which has been such a great season for horse racing in New Zealand. It's such a great season for BGP. We've had an absolute blast. We want to keep the good times going, but this is really going to be it, isn't it? And then leading into the events we'll talk about, but it's sort of the last month of BGP for the year, isn't it, as the season winds down?
Yeah, things started to wind down. Obviously, there's so much good stuff happening in the industry. Last year, if people recall, might have basically sort of done the Karaka Million, and that was us for a while, and went back to our normal lives and whatnot, but with everything that's going on, we've wanted to play our part and keep the good times going, so we're going to finish with a bang. So we're looking after the harness folk as well there, which we'll talk about shortly. We're looking after the people who like their sport and getting along to a Warriors game, getting involved in that, and then we're going to have one last hurrah and get stuck into some of that good Australian racing as well. And I'm sure Punt IQ will have plenty of winners for the day for those of us who don't do that Australian form as well. So there's something for everybody to rip into over that 8 days.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, Matty will find some for us. He won't be tonight, though. Like we said, we want your best bets. Keep them rolling in. Dan, the race by Grins, mate. This is really, really heating up, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, no, it's very exciting. The pool is growing, and we're getting very excited. So just to clarify for everyone that wants to come along, we're only going to have 150 tickets in total. So once they're gone, then that's it, because there's not enough room for anyone else. We can't expand it. We can't grow it. But we have the Punters Club, which the pool is growing. Fitzy and Matty Markham are going to be running the bets for the day. So hopefully we're going to have an absolute killing. The only time they've punted on harness for the Punters Club, I think we had about $204,000 worth of bets for $439,000 return. So the boys know what they're doing. I'm very excited for us to have a full night. I think there's going to be 10 races for us to have a crack on the night as well. But you get 4 beers. So Export were kind enough to give us a donation for one of the beers, plus another 3 beers from a few of the other sponsors. We're going to have a full carvery meal and then also snacks afterwards as well, sort of soak up the booze, I guess.
A few snacks. I like it. It's a hell of a night because they've also launched the sweepstake again, right?
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
from memory last year, you could buy a ticket for $100 and it helps fund some of the stakes. It's great. It's great innovation from a club. I'd love to see more of this across the country. It's fantastic. So you buy $100 in, and from what I understand, they draw out a number of tickets, and then you get allocated a horse. And then you go, I think if you win, do you get 50K? Is that right?
50K if you win, yeah. So it's basically
Wow.
100K in total. And I think
Yep.
even if you run last, you get 2 or 3K.
Oh, wow.
So the amount of winners will be based on
There's amount of starters, so there's 10 winners.
So similar to what we did for the Everest down at Sweatshop that time. Yeah, but obviously bigger.
Yeah, biggest. Actually, I've got here. So $50,000 cash going to the lucky person who wins to draw the winning horse. 20,000 for second, 12,000 for third, 6 for fourth, 3,000 for the remaining runners. Now, last year I remember buying 5 tickets, splashed out 500 large, and I had 2 tickets that were one number off.
That's so close.
So this year I've got 10 tickets.
I reckon they saw your name and went, Luke Kemmy's.
Yeah.
Nah, mate. Move
That's
him out.
actually a good point. That's too coincidental that 2 tickets were one number off out of 2,000 fucking tickets.
Yeah.
Dave Branch, if that's what you did, I hadn't
Luke,
even
he
thought of
doesn't
that.
support harness.
Good point. That's it. I'm going down there.
You got to win this year. You got to win this year. Later, mate. See you down there in a few weeks.
Gee whiz.
One person who should buy one of these tickets is Dino.
Dino.
Just likes in.
Dino's probably already won it.
Yes, yeah.
I would have thought so.
But yeah, it's going to be so good. So there's buses that go from Hamilton to Cambridge, and then we've got Cotier playing after the last as well, which will only last for about an hour and a half, and then they're putting everyone back on the bus and send them to House on Hood.
And Fred again's playing there.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
at House on Hood.
Seriously?
Yeah. Did you not see that today?
I'm going to have to. Yeah, this is good. Fred again. That's a proper DJ.
Yeah, he's playing again.
Sorry, Sarah, Matt Daddy's coming.
He's playing again. Oh, that's good news, Luke. I like that. I'm sure all the people out there will too. He's playing again.
I've definitely made that up, mate.
Damn it. Mate, you always get me with that, eh? You know I love a good DJ set.
I do. Hook, line, and sinker every time.
Right, I've got 2 questions. Does Matty Markham know that he's doing the punting? And how much have we got in the Punters Club?
Good questions.
Those are great questions.
Matty Markham and Fitz. We know Fitzy's
We know Fitzy's in. I don't know if Matty Fitzy's had a chat with Matty.
I texted Matty Marker before and said, hey, mate, were you going to come up for the weekend? We can sort your flights, etc. if you needed. And said, hey, mate, what weekend are you talking about? Not sure I understand what you're on about. So I think he's rearing to go. I think
Here
he's
we
all
go.
over
This
it.
is going good.
No, he said he can't come up because he's MC for his mate's wedding the next day. I'd love nothing more to be up there, but don't worry, I'll find all of you 9 winners. He didn't say that last bit, but yeah, I thought they add that for effect, you know?
He'd be a good MC.
He would, wouldn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
Big booming voice.
Yeah, I think Fitzy will be rolling around, and yeah, we'll be rolling around in cash.
Yeah,
by
because we've
end
got
of
the
night.
barrier draw on the Monday night as well. So I think I'm going to go try and head down to Hamilton.
On a Monday night?
Monday night. Go down there and shoot a bit of content. See if I can get some of the owners or the slot holders on the blower and see if we can share a bit of content with the crew and get some inside knowledge on what's going on for both of those races. So, man, I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to go down, just go get a hotel, stay down there for the weekend, get the bus to Cambridge and back again, have a big one, jump in the car, drive back, Waz.
Oh, how good. And then after the Wars as well, I've just realised we keep it real local. The Chiefs play the Hurricanes as well. What time did the Warriors finish? What a sporting weekend bonanza.
Warriors are 6 o'clock kickoff, are they?
Okay. Sorry, we only be able to watch the second half, Anton.
That's okay, mate.
Yep,
League
that's right.
takes priority, doesn't it?
100%. Yep. So we're going to have, how many people can we get into that Warriors lounge? 150 to 200.
200, and we've sold 25% of the tickets already. So they're actually
Good.
going, people. You better get in quick because 25% of the tickets is quite a lot. There's no more hospo left in the whole stadium for that game as far as I'm aware. So
Yeah.
if you want to, the BGP community, we've got it.
You want it, we've got it, let's talk, just like Dick Smith said. And if you need to get a ticket to any of these events, they're in the BGP app.
Absolutely. Well, just to make sure we keep the hype going, what about that try from
Xavier.
what's his name? What?
That was outrageous.
Xavier
That-
Coatesville.
I went to bed in the worst mood. I hate going to bed in a mood like that. And that's the hardest thing about NRL season.
You look
Like
angry.
I watch the Warriors passionately, and I have for a long time. Just that.
Can't put it into words.
Yeah, it just gives me anxiety and gives me like memories of like all the pain and suffering that I've gone through. And I thought we were past that. But you know what? Like all that's done now is just giving me more motivation. It's like, no, we're not gonna be the same anymore. Like we fought back in that game. It was unbelievable. It was really good to watch. But yeah, that was yuck. Ugh.
I've had a lot of these same thoughts and heard these things before, and I found that working with a good counsellor can really help with something like that.
BetterHelp.com.
Warriors fans need one, eh?
The pain, it just keeps coming back. You thought you'd dealt with it, but no, it turns up again. Yeah, so a bit of counselling, if anyone knows one. Maybe Dr. Mark down there in Whanganui.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, I don't know if I need any of his
I
prescriptions.
think you'll leave with a few issues, eh?
Maybe you can give me the carrots.
A few carrots. How good. Sorry. Yeah, we will be tearing into the Warriors. I'm sure they'll do us proud when we're there. How good was it seeing Stacey Jones at the Warriors, at the races the other day? And Cameron George as well. Shit, we were getting fired up about the Warriors. Way too hyped up.
Was this at the Auckland Cup?
No, Derby Day.
Derby Day.
Derby.
Okay, this was afterwards.
Just after you left.
See, I
They
missed it all
bowled
the time.
in, both of them. Yeah, it was so good.
Stacey Jones is a weapon, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's
Such a legend.
Yeah.
So we're going to be in the Stacey Jones Lounge. It overlooks the entire park. It's outstanding, and you can grab your seat or you can stay in there and watch the game. I hear there's going to be a boat race as well. Matt Daddy's going to MC that with the Eagles fans. They'll be doing the Eagle Ruck, no doubt.
I see we've got an Eagles fan that's already signed up for the boat race too in the comments. Did you see that?
Yep. So that's one. So then we need to get Tom Travojevic. Is he still playing for them?
DCE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Des Hasler, is he still floating around anyway? So
Is
throw
he?
back to him.
Yeah.
Come kick the
And then-
door in and come in, get he?
And then hopefully, Jeff Tuvey turns up as well. So there needs to be an investigation when they lose the bloody boat race.
Oh, it will be outstanding. It'll be so much fun. One of the old boys for the Warriors will come and join us as well. I know Tukey came in last year and he was his speech was delayed because he wanted to have a punt. He got that excited about it. There'll be TAB trackside going on all afternoon. There is some good racing, I think, out of Riccarton that day as well. Maybe Tauranga, I can't quite remember. Check loveracing.com to see what's going on.
.nz.
.nz.
Sorry.
Apologies. Yep. Nah, good call. And then, so that'll be on all afternoon. We'll be there all afternoon. The lads will be pretty hungover, but I think you'll be tucking back into some export golds if they're available. So it should be a bloody good night. Get your tickets.
I think Kimmy's and I will be in the boat race, surely.
Oh, mate, I'm not very good at a boat race, eh?
You didn't.
Yeah, didn't want to embarrass myself. Unless it's a green cruiser, I'd go all right. They didn't have any of those.
I might MC and join this year.
Oh, I like it.
round it
Here
off.
we go.
Yeah.
Fucking, what can't he do?
Gotta get it out.
Just back to that TAB Trot sweepstake, nightofchampions.nz/sweepstake, because no doubt people will probably think, like, how do I actually find that? Because I found it on their social media, but I haven't really seen it anywhere since. So I'm just leaving a comment on the live feed on Facebook, but it is all you have to do is go to nightofchampions.nz/sweepstake. Maybe we'll punch that in an email as well.
Bloody good,
Absolutely.
lads.
But
Righto.
yeah, don't win because I've entered. But it doesn't sound like I'm not allowed to.
You're
do
not
that.
allowed to win, mate. It's all over. Not a harness fan. Righto. Keep your comments coming in like we have talked about. We're just going to run through some news and maybe one race and talk about Te Akau over in Australia. So we want to know what your best bets are. They're going to feature tonight. The lads are struggling a little bit with our bets. So, keep them coming in. We'll read those out at some point. Last weekend, we've already talked about it. Altari couldn't get the job done after we thought it was going to be a bloody good horse. It may still well be, but it just got cop Trentham. The Scan Man, I saw a message from him at about midday saying, shit, lads, got the dead heat. Thought it had won, but didn't. But dead heat paid out.
Well, that's a winner. What did that pay?
$4.20, I think, or something like that.
Beautiful.
There you go, the Scan
Smoked
Man.
him.
I think that might be 2 in a row for the Scan Man, or maybe 2 in 3 weeks. So he's going well. Good on you, Scan Man. Thanks for all your tips. But yeah, in a positive note from outside of punting over the weekend, the New Zealand Oaks, Pulchritudinous, lads, was absolutely fantastic. Dan and I obviously talked about the race last Thursday, and I think we both agreed that the form coming out of that race was probably not something that we necessarily wanted to pay attention to, given the short backup. That's certainly what I thought, but Pulchritudinous didn't give a shit.
That's what I thought, and I'm pretty sure that's all the chat that I heard from every expert and everything was that an 8-day backup, the long travel, going back and forth, and Chad Ormsby said, F you, I know what I'm doing. And sure did he know what he was doing, because that thing just absolutely pistoned, didn't it?
Looks a really, really good horse. He's had a couple of very good winners this season, Luke.
Yeah, he is. He's a very, very good horseman, as many people would tell you. And small team, and sets him for the right races. So good to see him having some success. He's got a very, very good eye for a horse and trading a horse and riding a bull as well, by the looks.
I heard this.
Yeah, it goes good. But shit, it was a good win, and it just won for fun. So obviously, happy to get up over ground and ate up the race and the distance. Actually, it just jogs my memory. Roger James, I don't know if we spoke about it when someone said, what were the instructions for orchestral? And he basically said something like, it was fucking awesome. He was like, well, what I tell every jockey that's riding a horse of mine over 1.5 miles is that 70% of these horses will not get the distance, so make sure you're not behind the slow ones and just basically win. Like, whoa, when you put it like that. So a lot of these horses can't see that distance out, but that horse obviously just did it so well. So I think we've seen a really good winner of the Oaks there on Saturday.
Absolutely. Did you end up getting on Still Bang On, Luke? I wasn't quite sure who you bet on.
Yeah, I was banging on all sorts. And I was still looking for the next race afterwards as well because, it was a tough watch.
There was a lot.
It drifted.
Yeah, there's a lot of good chat about it before the race as well, and then all of a sudden it went out to 12s. I think you took it again, didn't you, Dan?
Yeah, I did. Yep. Yeah, I did. Yep. Yeah.
I'm not dropping it in or anything.
Oh,
honestly,
it feels like you are.
No, I didn't mean to. But honestly, I couldn't find a winner, so I don't care. But it was there was a lot of good talk about it, and fortunately.
It'll keep maybe 2,000 metres. Keep an eye out.
That Portuguese going to go take on Orchestral in the Oaks over in Australia.
Hope so. Love to see it over there. Not
Orchestra's
sure.
probably going to the Queen Elizabeth, so don't worry about that. But it'll probably go over there and win the.
Is Orchestral going to the Vinery?
Nothing beats Orchestral.
Vinery, the Vinery's next week, I think.
Brilliant.
Nothing will beat Orchestral. That horse is so good. Anyway, the Grail Seeker, mate, Dan, that was one that you called out. You had it top 4 with. I can't remember who to win. Oh, Irish Legacy.
Irish
but,
Legacy
mate, I really questioned that. I was like, where did you find that? And that was a hell of a call-out.
I went back and looked at the podcast, and I go, and I think, Grail Seeker top 4, and you go, Grail Seeker?
I couldn't believe
very
it.
pronounced.
I didn't even look at its form because I thought, nah. But I didn't look.
Yeah,
bloody good.
Dropping back to the 1400 was an absolute peach of a ride. Like, it was just sitting at the back, doing no work. Got all the gaps at the right time. Like, everything just fell into place for it, and it ran through, and it really hit the line strongly. But I'm pretty sure I seen some interview, some commentary around it, saying, like, they tried to get it up over distance, and it wasn't for it. And so they were thinking, they gave it a bit of a freshen up, brought it back to 1400, and thought that 1400 was probably its go.
Yeah.
And so that was my reasoning for giving it a go, because I thought they were maybe spot on about that. But
you nailed it, mate, and you didn't trust your gut either. You still, Irish Legacy, everyone had a lot of money on in general, but still, you could have put some on the nose of Grail Seeker. You were keen.
Oh yeah, I was, but I had so much money on Irish Legacy, and then I also had a lot of money on Irish Legacy to win in Grail Seeker top 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I needed Grail Seeker, but I just needed Irish Legacy to just pivot on the line. And that could have been, that could have been different.
Yeah.
What do you make of old Irish Legacy after that? Because what did it run about 6th or 7th? Is that right?
I don't know. I just you just fucking write off Trentham. You just think the form in Trentham doesn't matter.
There it is.
I kind of tend to agree, particularly if there's some rain. I reckon that the tracks, I don't know, like when it gets rain there, it didn't need much rain for it to be a pretty difficult track to ride on.
I think everyone's got real anxiety now about like these rock hard tracks. As soon as they get rain, they get cancelled, and NZTR are coming in, and Bruce Sharrock's just coming in, just putting people in headlocks.
Shaving their heads up.
I wouldn't want to be in a headlock from him.
But I'm just thinking, like, there wasn't that much rain. When I looked at the forecast, I was thinking, how in the hell is this? I don't know. I don't know enough about that stuff, but it just infuriates me. It's like, hang on, it's been sunny all week. What's going on?
Well, one man that's going to need to know a lot is Brad Taylor, because he's coming back from Australia to run racing, including Trentham. So, Brad, good luck, mate. You got to get the punters back on side.
Mate, we want some rock hard tracks down at Trentham.
Yeah, we're bleeding.
It's an absolute struggle. Anyway, we won't go into too many more, but I would just like to say, lads, that Hi-Yo Sassbomb, who of course none of us punted on in the cut of stage, I saw after Hi-Yo Sassbomb there was something that won at 28s at Tauranga. I text you fellas about it. It was like something about a panda. Like, what is going on today? Anyway, Joe Doyle, the rider of Hi-Yo Sassbomb. I'm not sure if you fellas have noticed, but I went back and had a look at some of the stakes races over the last couple of months, and I'd like to give a shout-out to Joe Doyle because he is a bloody good rider. He won on Hi-Yo Sassbomb in the Cuddle. I'm Wonderful Tonight, the Lightning, Bone Crusher, El Vencedor, King's Plate, Mercurial was third. He had Molly Bloom, Grail Seeker in the Desert Gold Stakes, and Trentham Stakes Time's Ticking. This is all in the last 2 months.
Joe Doyle loves it.
He's on fire, and he's somebody to follow in these stakes races because literally every 1 or 2 weekends he's winning one. Just something for the punters.
Loves the JDs, old Joe
Does
Doyle.
he? Yeah. All right, you guys weren't as excited about that as I was. I love it.
He's
I love
great,
Irish.
great on an
He's
interview.
great.
Love his accent. Great on an interview.
Yeah, Irish are great.
He's great, but how did Hi-Yo Sassbomb pay $6? Like, how did people keep backing it?
How did it win?
We got off, and even Testify Me as well. Done us on the line on the bloody Hunter-Belly. We were backing that horse a few.
Who did we back in the Cuddle Stakes? Was it Mercurial? Oh, no, that was the Lightning, wasn't it?
I needed a cuddle. I can't even remember, eh?
Okay, all right. Let's get into. Did you have any winners on the weekend? Did anything win? Were you on Pride of Jenny in the All-Star Mile?
No, shit, no. I was done by then. I'd given up. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I was just start going back to church on Sunday. Fuck this.
Damn.
I backed...
I didn't bet. I watched it, and I thought Mr. Brightside might get beaten, but I didn't have her. I didn't think Pride of Jenny. She's just been an absolute revelation, eh? Like that, was that run in the 1600, the final day of the Flemington Carnival? Was it the Champions Mile or something?
Beat a tissue? No?
Didn't it beat Mr. Brightside?
Yeah, no.
That's when it went out to a huge lead, eh?
Yeah, I think it beat Alligator Blood.
Right, that's a good horse too.
But yeah, that was an outstanding win, and then now it's just gone on with it. It's such a cool story as well. What they've named the horse after their daughter that died of cancer or something like that. And it's just such a good story. New Zealand bred as well.
Right. Oh, okay. Righto. So New Zealand breds run first and second.
Yeah.
Desert Lightning did a bit of work early. Yeah. Oh, Luke, you said you found a winner somewhere.
Oh, you're right. It was Mr. Brightside and Alligator Blood and Fangirl behind that as well. Nah, I thought I did. Our mate coming back, the good Group 1 horse, Van Beret. What's it called? It'll come to me. Mustang Valley.
Oh, that was a tight finish, wasn't it?
Oh, you're telling me. And I was in the Duke. Oh, boom. I call these every time. I'm home here. Yep, I'm home. Pretty sure I've got this on the inside. Photo's up. I'm like, fuck, put the photo down.
Did you get the 12s or the 5s?
Nah, 6s or something.
6s.
Yeah.
When I seen Carmen Line coming up the inside, I was thinking, oh, God, this could ruin someone's day real quick. And it didn't quite get there, but it was such a close finish. But I was thinking, oh, Carmen.
Come on.
Mustang Valley loves it wet and nearly delivered for Luke. But anyway, right. Shall we just run through the Japan Trophy here, and then we'll get to the blessed bet? Do we?
Best bet. Yeah.
We'll get to people's best bets, I mean. Sorry. Righto. This week in New Zealand, we have got the Japan Trophy out of Tauranga. I don't need to remind people that Gino Severini won this race last year, which was outstanding form. Only the best won it. It's going to be later on Saturday afternoon, right about where all the great Australian racing kicks off. So hopefully you're settling in to watch Te Akau take out 1 million races at the Valley, and you're looking forward to the Japan Trophy. The lads have had a look through it. Don't have any tips, but I'm sure you've got some analysis. Luke?
Yeah, for sure. Big on Rudyard in here. Shock horror. Draws Barry 8. Michael McNabb on. Key for this horse now is back to the mile. So down to 1,400 last start at Ellerslie, and probably just looked like the wheels were spinning a little bit and it wasn't able to pick up Adam I Am, Uduzo, Financier, all good horses. They've all got good form around them. So, Tony Pike, he knows what he's doing, gets the horse back to the mile. It's very well bred. It's won 5 from 20. Pretty keen on this on Saturday. So gonna go back to what's been working, stick to the form, and get Rudyard home. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Cognito, but draws out barrier 15. See, it is drifting, and at the mile it's only placed once from 4 starts. So, yeah, I really liked as well the win of Jaffe. Did I nail it?
Yeah, there we go.
Giraffe?
Ifraj?
Yeah, backwards. Jaffe and Barry 1, and our man, the JD drinking Joe Doyle, on board. The good colours and Lance Noble can do no wrong at the moment. They're 3 from 8 with this horse. And that win that we saw at Ellerslie, when we were there, was pretty bloody impressive to watch.
Very
it.
impressive.
Yeah, blow past, pour the wine, and another good-ish horse.
Town Crier.
That's right. Yeah, Town Crier. So, yeah, wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, they're both around $6. That is Rudyard and Jaffe. But I think if you can take your pick between those two, is Jaffe like the horse that's on the way up, and maybe Rudyard's kind of campaign's been a little bit more, probably been at the top of its game. So hopefully it's not off the boil, and maybe then Jaffe's the one. So I think that's what we've got to weigh up. So maybe if we can get both of them to run top 4, then we're getting $4.80.
Nice. Okay. Righto, Dan.
I think this is easy. Joe Doyle's going to get into the stakes race. Jaffe. Drawn 1. I think it's just going to get a sit. It's going to cruise up down the outside. It's going to blow him away. I think Jaffe's going to win with a leg in the air.
Okay. Can we get a 3+ links market on Jaffe, please, TAB?
Are we looking at a soft track down there at Tauranga?
It's supposed to rain on Saturday. It'll be sunny all the way up, so I'm sure it'll be heavy by the time the rain comes on Saturday.
It's a soft now, so it's going to be a heavy 11.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the issue, yeah. I saw last night. I don't think it's heavy rain, but it showers on Saturday, which is no good.
I thought it only rained money in the Mount area for the wealthy people that live there.
That's right, all the bloody roadworks that are going down. Yeah. Getting ready for the Aucklanders. You lads don't like financier. The goat's been real big on this the last couple of runs. Carrying 55 kgs, which is a bit of a weight drop.
Light rain on Saturday. Look, no reason to get off. Just got very burnt last start. That's probably... But I think I was reading that they probably wouldn't like to ride it that far forward. It's been very good. I think it has been 10 starts from 11 top 4. And you're getting $11 and something, $2.17. I think they would have learnt their lesson last start and probably ride it a little bit differently. So, yeah, if you like it, it's a great each-way play for sure. How's it going to cop a soft or a heavy track? No issues. 1-1 on the heavy and has 1 on the soft track as well and 2 seconds on a soft track. So maybe that's the one at odds, especially if they scratch a couple of these others.
I've seen Rudyard or Jaffe to win there at $3.20 as well, so that's a nice little power play. That's what you're around, Luke. Dan, you are on Jaffe. I didn't see the form around Rudyard, Luke, but just having a quick look through that, like you said, Adam I Am, Desert Lightning, and something in between as well. That's pretty bloody good form, so that's not a bad shout.
Yeah, only thing, he's 2 starts on a heavy track for nothing. And then soft track, 6 starts, 1 win, 1 place.
Yes.
That would be my concern if we do see a bit of that rain, but it's only light rain, and it's a good track there. It should filtrate through the system.
So heavy 7, not a heavy 8.
Yeah. No.
I thought that Ling Zhong Zhon Feng might be on the way up to the 1,600 metres. I think it dropped back to 1,200 metres and then up to 1,400 metres. It ran behind Pour the Wine, I think, maybe not last start. Barrier 13, no good, but Vinnie Colgan's a good jockey. $15 and $4.50 is pretty good. It's got a really good record over 1,600 metres, and it doesn't mind a soft track, so I just wondered whether that might be a little bit of value.
Look, it's had more tries than Sean Stevenson, but I don't know. Like, it's far out. It's been frustrating to back. You know, put them away at Te Rapa by 5 lengths, and then I think everyone got a bit excited. I think it was favourite for a pretty decent race at Ellerslie.
Rich Hill Mole.
Yeah.
Pukekohe the day that the track was just no good.
Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, you got to back something at $15. Fair enough.
Your mate Melly Ston's in there as well. I think it's going a little bit better than it did last start. But yeah, so the lads are around Rudyard, Jaffe, really. So yeah, good luck.
And Financier, the blowout.
I'm sure Goat will have something to say about that as well. Right, before we get to everybody's best bets, is there anything, and before we get to Australia, is there anything else you guys are liking around the traps? I know Ted's got a couple to throw out there.
You go, Ted, then I don't mind a couple, and I'll get into those after.
Ted's liking tomorrow at Taranaki, race 5, choosing big 320, ran 6 behind Wallen last start at Te Rapa, and the form out of that race has been very good, including stablemate Adam I Am, who finished 4th, winning nicely at Ellerslie last start. So that's race 5, choosing big 320. And also tomorrow, race 2, Tokyo Hot Night at $8 and $2.70. I'm sure that'll be Ted's value bet in the app. So yeah, a couple from Ted tomorrow at New Plymouth, but don't bother following because the lads just can't find winners.
She's tough out there. Look, I didn't mind the run of a horse called Extortion last start. Now, this was at Hastings, and it chased down a horse called DiMaggio that always goes really good there. It was a couple of lengths off it. It was $13 on the day. This horse doesn't mind an off-track, but probably not the heavy sort. So, Maddie Cameron rides, Maddie Vitamin C in the last race. It pays $10. Thought that could be a little bit of a blowout. Had a flick through the fields down south. Now, we mentioned this horse. It was having its first start. Now, it's in race number 2, and it's called Nucleosa. It raced over, I think it was 820 metres. It had won a trial leading into it, and it paid $3.40. It drifted. We were on course for Derby Day, actually, and this thing just grabbed the leader late, and there was about a length back to the horse in third. Now, we're only getting $1.70 on Saturday, but I think big watch on this horse because it's very well bred, as we said leading into its first start. It's a full to Kelly Alfarasha.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And it saluted on debut, and it was a very good win. The sectionals were outstanding. It ran home the last 632.99 or something, broke the 33. So pretty impressive. Keen to see where that gets to. Then I keep flicking through the old down south form, and where did I get to as well? So race number 8. I didn't want to do it, but you can do it. But race number 8, didn't mind Elegant Lady. Now, they've freshened this horse up and dropping it back. So it's been up over ground. We're looking at 2,200, 2,400, and it's been very, very consistent. Now, it drops back to the mile, but it has run 4 from 4 at the mile in terms of placing. So it's run second 4 times in 4 starts. $11 and $3.50. I think it's a great top 4 bet at $2.50. Elegant Lady down there. Hopefully, little Te Akau multi for us, and that can get us going down south.
That's nice, mate. Te Akau don't mind winning a race down there too, and a Te Akau horse running around at $11 in one of those kind of stakes races, you've got to pay attention to. Good fun there, Luke.
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully. Bloody Mark Easty Westy will be back on side.
Dan, you must have some winners for the community, mate.
I've only got a couple. So one that I really like the look of is You Say Diorce.
Oh, yeah.
It runs second at Ellerslie. And old mate Joe Doyle, JD, is on top. And, it looks like a pretty good field. Like, there's a bit of form around here. And there's actually another one down the bottom in there, Charmer, who loves to run a place, paying $3.50 as well, so a little bit wide for a place in a $3.50
$3.50 a place?
Yeah, in a 7-horse field.
That's good money.
Yeah, but you've got Grand Gallo and some of these other ones that and Mars and Vivocious that can go a race. But this You Say Diorce I thought was pretty good at Ellerslie, and it's taken money as well, $4.20 into $3.30 now, so there's obviously a little bit of confidence behind it. So I think maybe even at the $3.30, I think anything less than $3 is maybe probably unders, and I'd maybe stay away, but I think that's a really good chance. The other one I've got actually is into the harness, because Trentham has driven me now to have my bets in the harness again, is in the New Zealand Derby at Alexander Park tomorrow night. Now, there's 3 pretty warm favourites in this race. So we've got Cold Chisel, drawn 1. We've got Dreams Are Free, $2.50 of the Southerner, and then Chase of Dreams at $4.50. But always in these longer races and in these derbies, there's one that springs up out of nowhere and runs a place and runs a good run. There's a horse called Christopher Dance. Terrible draw, but it's 18s and $3 for top 4. I would be comfortable taking the $4.80 and taking the risk that this is going to be the one that runs a good race. Its last start it run 4th, but it had no room in the straight, and then it really ran home quite powerfully, and it looks like a horse that's going to get over the Derby distance. So it's the Group 1 New Zealand Derby, or it's the Northern Derby, the Woodland Stud Northern Derby at Alexander Park, race 7, Alexander Park, Christopher Dance. I think $4.80 top 3. That's a little bit of me.
You found one at Kaikoura for us, didn't you? That ran top 4 at Any Old Odds. Is that you? Or was that Scam Man?
Probably wasn't me.
Sorry. Okay, well, that's fine. You'll find one tomorrow night at Any Old Odds.
Absolutely.
Bloody good. Good on you, lads. Right.
Anything you like, mate?
Oh, I thought race 4 at Tauranga, only because it's a bonus back race. And how many horses are in it? 6. I thought Kingfisher at $4.20. There's a Risha in there, and Beep Beep that probably could win it, but carrying, 51 or 53.5 kgs. I mean, that's nothing, is it? I'm twice the weight of 55. It's crazy.
You're a good fucking size, though, mate.
No, you're carrying nothing. So BB will probably win it. But I thought Kingfisher at $4.20, really good odds. It won a couple of starts back, and it was up in distance the last start. So back to the 1,200 metres, could do a good job in one of those bonus bag races. Let's find what the community thinks. Pugs, we're lucky enough to have Pugs with us tonight. He's bought the Radio Hauraki microphone in for Luke. Being the celebrity he is, he's got Jeremy Wells' microphone, so good on you, mate. And we've got Pugs.
Thanks for that, mate.
Okay, Rickerton.
Foxy.
What was the name of that person?
Great name, Russell Rock.
Russell Rock. It's
Come on.
outstanding.
Is that a real name, Russell? Yeah.
We need him to come to some events. I can't imagine what he looks
Imagine if
like.
he won like one of the thing, like won the sweepstake or something.
Oh, it'd be good.
Russell Rock takes over.
Interesting. Is that one of the lads?
Yeah,
That's-
good wise words, Tony.
Great feedback, Tony. Give yourselves a pat on the back, lads.
Yeah, write that down. We'll clip it out and send it back to old Mark East to West.
Oh, come on. He's telling us to focus on the positive.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay, I'll be on course. I'll have a crack on that.
Sugar Ray Lincoln. Is that what it's called?
Sugar Ray Lincoln.
Good name. I'm still thinking about Rusty Rocks. Dan?
I think he says him and his wife are going to Alexandra Park, and that's a stable mate, and they're back in something to one. That's what I got out of that.
I love it, eh?
So you're saying you're the one that I want? That's the name of the horse? Okay.
He's back.
He's back. Here we go. Hey.
Yes.
That's
Oh, yeah.
could well happen. The
Yeah.
slipper.
Isn't he? You're calling it the Valley, mate. Give us some tips from the Valley.
Is your microphone on, mate? Yeah. Okay, sweet. I don't know this. Oh, we can hear, but someone says
Oh,
no
how's this?
sound. Yeah. No,
Mike,
that's
try
right.
that. Try that. Okay, here we go. Rose Hill Race 5, Horse 6, Via Sistina. That's from Matt Hill as well.
Shit, he really throws them out,
Matty,
doesn't
looks
he?
at it like he hates punting in Victoria, doesn't he?
He does, eh?
All right, and Tony Fox has got some Warriors chat there. Martin Murray, Luke, are you punting? If I did it, Rickerton Saturday again.
Good question. Who asked that?
That's Martin.
Martin.
Martin Murray there.
Double M, Martin Murray. You can bet your ass, Martin. I might be having a look.
Listen, Martin, I tipped that thing out as my best bet back on Cup Week, and I've punted it every start since, and I'm in the hole.
Not giving up yet.
I've got Trey McKenzie here. Rose Hill Race 10, Olentia, J-Mac on. That's from Trey.
It's like a Palencia chip without the P.
Yeah. And the one that you said before, I am terrified to pronounce it.
Yes. Your DLC?
No, Enzin Shong Feng.
Oh, Ling Zhong
You
Zhong
said that
Feng.
one before.
Ling Jun Zhong Feng.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm always
yeah.
afraid to say it on here.
Yeah.
We learned Chinese.
What does it mean?
Mandarin, don't I?
Scott reckons that horse has got decent odds for a horse that loves the 1,600 metres.
Good on you, Scotty.
John Walsh, Tauranga, Race 7, Jarfie. Joe Doyle on board.
It's probably quite a good best bet, isn't it, really?
I think it
Jarfie.
means
Yeah.
happy-go-lucky.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, let's see what else we got here. Kayla Schrader, Mumbo Jumbo, Riccarton, Saturday, race 1.
Okay.
And that sort of... Oh, here we go. Craig, Sunshine in Paris at Rosehill.
Right.
Whereas Chris says Immediacy at Rosehill.
Legion Pugs, thanks, mate. That's some good. That's some good
Very
best
good.
bets. That's given us plenty. I did notice Rusty Rocks is obviously the winner on the day. Well, he's not. That's not announcing the winner. The winner will be announced on Saturday. Whether they're going to be. I love that name though, Rusty Rocks. It's so good.
He's got a chance. He's got a very good chance.
There's a very good chance. But yeah, mainly coming out of the harness in Australia there, which is a bit of a probably similar to us this weekend. It's what you get excited about, isn't it?
Speaking of good names, there's a horse going around at the moment called Bedtime Story, and it's out of a dam called Happy Endings.
Gee whiz. Oh, my.
Yeah, I feel like I would have called it something else.
Who are the owners?
Bedtime. Actually,
Out of Happy Ending, you should have been called Phuket or something.
I think it's actually the Dowager Duchess of Bedford. So some pretty prim and proper
Who are they?
people. Come on, mate. You're so unresearched, uncultured. You have to bloody have a Google who the Dowager of Duchess of Bedford is.
I'm going to. You guys can talk about Campionessa while I do this.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're off to the valley, aren't we? Money Valley, they call it. Meeting 12, race number 5. Go camping with Campionessa. Drawn barrier 1. No shit, racist horses.
Yeah.
True story.
Henrietta Russell. She's still alive? She looks too old to age.
Gee whiz.
There'll be a
Shoot
story.
it in.
Look, to take the Kanaka sales.
Oh, yes.
Since
Fantastic.
2009.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
We really need to,
So
that's it. Read up
Campionessa,
about it.
Mate,
I'll read
she's
up.
so tough. Only 57 here, so she's got pretty good conditions. I think this is a pretty good bet. Roll on high, I think, is maybe a chance, but it's only had 5 starts. Like, I just love how tough Campionessa is. Drawn 1, I reckon she's going to be behind the leader, maybe just sitting off, going to get out at the right time. And if she gets to the front, I just don't see anything getting past her.
Campionessa?
Yeah.
I thought you were still talking about the Duchess.
No, I'm trying to get this show back on track.
Yeah, good idea. No, Campionessa would be bloody hard to beat at $3.20. Would have thought. Righto.
I love her. That's all I can say. That's,
Certainly.
I mean, I hope she wins, but what I often find is that the horses that I hope will win don't always win.
Nah,
So,
it's tough, isn't it?
yeah.
Thanks, Marky.
Righto, we've still got certainly 480, race 6, Te
Certainly.
Akau.
Chances?
Surely going to get the job done.
Good win last start, wasn't it? Very, very tough win, actually. And we got to watch that down there at Alice Slaley, the Big E. Smart, late. Got up and won. Great ride from Opie was riding, wasn't he? Yeah, so he's got 2 very good rides there. I really like a horse called Grinzinger Bell. Now, I don't think it normally, it goes all right first up, but drawn barrier 1, this horse will ping to the front and will basically say, catch me if you can. So, always keen to keep an eye on a horse like that, especially at somewhere like Money Valley, where it's actually performed, run 3rd and a 4th.
Bit of a wrap on that Molly Knickers as well. Yeah, apparently this thing goes all right, so we'll see.
Quintessa was one that we talked about betting on top 4 at its last race, race 7 at the Valley, paying $3.50. Quintessa's pretty good.
Yeah, we
It's coming
talked
up
about
strongly last start.
betting on it top 4, and then of course I bet on it top 3. Hell yeah!
It happens.
Booming home for 4th, eh? It was a good finish.
We'd had too many of those beers in the winning post by then, hadn't we? Which we'll be
Absolutely.
back at on the 6th of April if you want to come along, find a ticket in the app.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Antrim Coast as well, the runner-up from the Derby.
That was a good run, eh? There's always one that comes out of the Derby that goes better than you think, and that was bloody it.
Yeah.
So,
Unreal quote. It was 157 in the Derby. The start before it was paying 135s. Turned that form around and paid 10 something a place. Maybe it was like $18 a place. But yeah, the Marsh stable are on fire as well. So over the 2,000 metres, they'll know what they're doing. They'll know what they're having a crack at.
good on you, Marshy. Have a crack. And Imperatriz rounds it out for Te Akau, $1.80. Should I feel like that last run, the weight just got to it, eh? But would you take the $1.80? Is it too short?
$1.70 now.
Okay, right. It's changed.
And let me guess, you just took it?
Oh, I would. Yeah, no, I think she'll just smoke him, mate. Like, they're back to sort of closer conditions here. Cylinder, who beat it, is carrying 56. Imperatriz, 56.5. Like, it was a 9-kilo swing, I think.
Who beats her? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Cylinder.
Get on.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think it's just she's gonna win. She's gonna win this.
Hope so.
And the other Te Akau horse, race 1, the Valley, Prismatic. Do you know anything about this horse, fellas?
Is it down south?
I feel like it
It
might have
wasn't
been,
Riccarton.
and that's why I think I couldn't quite recollect it. But
Yeah,
was
Riccarton. Yeah,
it was racing on Cup Week when we were there.
Actually reminds me, I'm pretty sure they had a runner today, Savoir Faire,
oh yeah,
over there. And I haven't had a look to see how that's gone, so we'll keep an eye out. It might not have run yet, but that's a horse that likes getting up over a bit of ground.
Yeah, Prismatic run 5th in the New Zealand Cup.
shit, that's good, eh?
Yeah,
That's good.
But there's actually one in here that Beltsy likes. I seen one of his comments in the best bets, up and under, and it's $12 into $8.50. So he's obviously got the inside word. Go Racing, Chris Waller, Johnny Allen. It's a European import, so apparently this thing's going to go all right third up.
Savoir Faire goes around tonight, but that's at 11:15 p.m., which is about 3 hours 15 past my bedtime, so I won't be watching.
I will.
It's actually not that far away, to be honest.
Yeah,
What are we
my
calling it?
bedtime. Yeah.
Right, we're going to get moving.
But it's first up over 1,600 metres, so we'll probably keep an eye on that. We'll let you know when it's getting up over 2,000.
Sweet. Righto.
Should we give it one more go?
Best bets.
Yeah.
Well, let's
That's what you
give
usually say for. Sorry.
the blessed bet one more go, shall we? Have we got something blessed?
I think we do, actually.
Have we?
Ah, well, that's sick for it.
Have you been into the touch with the TAB late today?
I asked them, would they let us? They said, well, you are embarrassing yourselves. You're not embarrassing us. So fucking you can have as many more weeks as you want. It's like, well, when you put it like that, it's like, is Mark working at yours now? But anyway, we've trusted in the goat. So we're going down to the Seaton Family Memorial Horirata Gold Cup, a horse called Matt's Cot. $3.50 out to $4 blessed. This is one of our best bets. You'll find out who's soon. And a little bit of a write-up as to why. The bookies haven't missed it, $3.50, but we're taking it out to $4. Hopefully this horse can turn the tables. I tell you what, it is the blessed bet for a reason. You're going to need to fucking pray for it.
For the last few weeks, eh?
Yeah. We've
Marky
been,
boy,
like,
give us one more.
We'll be having a
Give us
crack
one
at it,
more
won't
go.
we?
well, that's the thing, you know. This horse wins $4. It's recovered the last $4.
Yeah, exactly.
Do the math, Mark. Do the math.
Accountant.
Good thinking, mate. Righto, so we do have a blessed bet, and we do have some best bets to give out to the community as well. So we'll run through these. We'll go one for one, I reckon. We'll start off with Ted. Ted, best bet this weekend. Tauranga Race 3, hat trick to make it a hat trick. He has taken some time to work it out after a debut 5th in April last year. Nearly a year later, he resumed at Pukekohe last month, winning easily and repeated the dose again at Ellerslie a couple of weeks ago. Up in grade, but down in weight. Currently at $3, but that will drop as financier is likely to come out and start in the main race. Ted's best bet, Tauranga, race 3, bonus back race, hat trick.
Should I go the goat? The goat's at Riccarton, race 6. Your blessed bet, Mascot. No luck in its last 2 starts. Both time had excuses. Start before those 2 was the TAB Classic at Trentham, where it had good sectionals. Tina Komniaki booked for this powerful galloper. He'll be getting over the top of them late, getting us paid. Your BGP blessed bet.
Bless up. Then we're off to Rosehill, race number 5 for Punt IQ's best bet, Via Sistine. This is an import from Team Walla Walla maker Dala, fresh up over 2,000 metres, and J-Mac gets on. Haven't seen any trials for her, but her form in the UK and France is elite form. She ran 5 times in 2023, and 4 of those occasions she rated well enough to beat this field. If she can run up to that form, she can win fresh up, and here I'm happy to have a play at the price.
I think that was one of the best bets from the community that came through as well. So there you
Yeah.
go. A little bit of backing. Righto, Dan.
How good. Yeah, my best bet is Alexandra Park tomorrow night. Trentham's turned me to the harness, and I'm putting my best bet and my faith in one of my family's neighbours' horses, actually. These people live just next door to my parents in Hunua. And I'm going for number 2 in race 2, Bobby Boy. This horse went huge last start, had a stable change, been off the scene for about nine months. Changed stables now with the Dickies, and this horse went absolutely huge. It was right back at the end of the field and made a really huge sustained run and ran on for second and only just got pipped, but that was fresh up after 9 months. I'm thinking we're going to see a bit of improvement. It's drawn to, you got $3. Get on Bobby Boy.
Nice, mate.
The scam man's got the police scanner on, and he reckons you can call the cops if this doesn't win because someone's getting robbed. Because Sergeant Best will be winning Oamaru Harness race number 9 based on fresh up effort for new stable last week when running a slashing second. Looks awfully hard to beat in this. Looks like a drop in quality from the last assignment as well. Massive winning hope. That's on Sunday at the Oamaru Harness in race number 9, Sergeant Best.
Good on you, Scam Man. Third harness, best bet for the week. Fitzy, as always, Friday, Addington, race 7. He's even given us the time. That's at 7:43 p.m, just in case you wanted to know. Who's Delight? Super win last week, drawn to lead over the 1980, and from there, he's going to be tough to run down. Beach Ball is a short price fave. Class horse of the field, but I'm happened to be against him at the short price and drawn wider. So Fitzy's best bet, Friday, Addington, race 7. Who's Delight? Luke, what do you got, mate?
I'm going down south, meeting 6, race number 4. Johnny Fresh Darfield and Yoldhurst Open Sprint. This is a bonus back race, so surely we can run top 4. Horse called Mystic Park. It's $2.50 into $2.20. It wins 1 in every 2 starts. So it was a very good win last start. Loves a good track. Won by 4 lengths at $1.80. Just need to beat the top of the book in perfect scenario, but that's got a 4-kilo apprentice on. So going to take it on. And hopefully Mystic Park can get the job done. Again, a bonus back race. So even if it runs 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, you'll be getting a bonus bet. Feels like a pretty safe best bet for me.
I feel like your Riccarton form's been pretty good as well, to be honest, in general, with the best bets.
We'll see how we go.
Good luck, mate.
Marky
Right.
says no.
Righto, I'm going to go to New Plymouth tomorrow afternoon, race 7, a horse called X-Rated with Roger James and Robert Wellwood. It's another maidener, which is a bit risky, but the horse has hit the line really well over its last 2 or 3 starts. You can just check out the replays to see that. Last start was over 2,100 metres, just missed. Start before that ran 2nd, beating Kelly Alfarasha, who ran 3rd in that race over 1,600 metres. Has had a freshen up and back down to 1,600 metres. Open at $3.80 this morning and is already into $3.30. So obviously some punters are all for it. So that's X-Rated New Plymouth tomorrow afternoon at New Plymouth. Righto, good best bets, lads.
I reckon we'll turn the tables.
I really hope so.
Let's be honest, though. How good were we going for a while there? About 3 or 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Just basically, people were smacking together $5 multis and returning $1,000 and all of them top 4 and whatnot. So this is the punt. This is what happens, goes and swings, and you just got to get your head back up, keep looking forward, and keep charging into the headwinds.
That's
Otherwise,
exactly
you
right.
go backwards like all the fuckwits who stop rowing.
That's exactly right, mate. Got to keep going. I was talking about not having a bet this weekend, but I will be having a bet, and I think, as we all will be.
Yeah, do better, mate. Don't lie to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Righto, Dan, tomorrow night, mate, you're going to be down at Alexandra Park for the Group 1 racing and Warriors, aren't you?
Yeah, mate. That's the one. Yeah, I'm going to go down and have a couple of beers, cruise around, maybe do a few interviews, get a bit of content coming through the IG. Just having a good time and enjoying myself with the family or away.
Good man, mate.
If anyone heads along and you do bump into Dan, make sure you ask him how he enjoys betting at Trentham. He really likes to talk about that.
Just give him a moment's silence before he starts talking, eh? Just takes a breath, eh? What about you, Luke? You working this weekend, mate?
Yeah, quiet weekend for me this weekend.
I gotta go, boys.
He's got
Broken him. He's off to the bathroom. What, do we break the hour? Nearly. Yeah, quite a weekend that I have been having, but we'll be watching a bit of racing on Saturday, so I'm sure I'll be smacking a few winners and getting some home, but I'll be trying to keep my head down before we get into a few busy... Oh, it's Easter the following weekend, isn't it?
It is. Yep.
And a couple of weekends at the races and the Warriors as well. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Good to have you back here with us, Luke. Good to have you here, Dan, wherever you've gone to, mate. Thanks very much, Pugs. And
What about you, mate, this weekend?
I've got a couple of... I've got a baby shower, which is at Lawn Bowls, so that'll be quite nice.
Perfect, yeah.
And then on Sunday, I'm going around to my family for lunch, so it's sort of pretty low key,
Nice, mate.
Not too much, unfortunately. Nothing exciting.
Do they have the tab at the Lawn Bowls place?
Oh, mate, that's a really good question. Do Lawn Bowls clubs have those?
One of them does. I think it might be like Mount Eden, maybe.
I think we're at Epsom Bowls. We can just tell them to put it on. I think that'd be good.
I like that. You tell them, hey, put the fucking racing.
I really want to see the Australian racing, so I'll have it on my phone. Get the people onto a punt that are there.
Good man, that's the way. Put your head around.
Should be a good weekend, that's right. And we'll look forward to getting back here next Thursday. Like Luke mentioned, we've got plenty of events coming up, so make sure you get in the app, get in the socials, and get your tickets early because Some of them are going, and some of them are going very quickly. So, yeah, we'd love to have you there with us.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, it's been a great season of racing, and we want to finish it off with a few good bets and events as well. So if you haven't come along to anything before, you're more than welcome. It'd be great to have you there. I won't be here next Thursday, unfortunately, mate.
No.
I am back to the airport and out of Auckland again.
Another wedding, eh?
Not this time.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm actually going to Warbirds over Wanaka, if anyone's been.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go.
Is that? You made it back in time.
It's a close call.
Okay, he's
Gee
good.
whiz.
You can sign us off, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, come along. Get your tickets to the Race by Grins. It's going to be a huge night. Kimmy's Matt Daddy. Surely you're going to hear the green light to come down there and have a good time.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, we're working on it. We're working
I'm
on it.
100% at the Warriors. That is 100%.
Okay, well, me and Kimmy's will be down there up to no good, having a good time. Loads of beers. Fitzy, Matty Markham has a wedding, so he's emceeing the wedding. But yeah, me, Fitzy, and Kimmy's, after we absolutely clean up the Punters Club, we'll be rolling around with suitcases full of cash, just ready to get stuck into the house and hood.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll sleep on the Cambridge track if we clean up. It looks real sandy and hard. Bit different to the Ellerslie track.
Gritty, isn't it?
Gritty, yeah. But maybe we'll roll around in it before we leave. You know how to do that?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Let's get out of here.
Good on you, lads. Thank you very much for joining us. As always, we'll see you next Thursday. Good luck on the punt. Gamble responsibly.
Game, set, and match. Shut the gate. They're going to do it again. The Kanaka Million goes with and stays with. Up in front, Del Zao. Long run, but here's the cause now. He's coming.